It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Checking out the 76ers, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. Well, the Bucks had teased it during the playoffs, and finally it's been revealed. So what do you think, Shaq, about the Bucks' new logo?
Well, it's a sexy transition from red to gold. You know, it's pretty cool. The secondary logo, and I know this for a fact, it incorporates the state of Milwaukee. I know this, Ernie, because you're from the mean streets of Milwaukee.
I am but it's a city of Milwaukee, not the state of Milwaukee. The state of Wisconsin.
No, same thing, Ernie. You know what I'm talking about.
I did grow up on the mean streets of Milwaukee. Yeah, I did.
That deer kind of looks menacing now instead of like from a children's book, so I'm a little nervous, man.
So it doesn't look like a deer in the headlights.
It doesn't look like a deer in the headlights. I don't know if the 10 years and under are going to like this new deer, but everyone 10 years over are going to love it.
That's the Bucks.
Oh,
you know,
I thought
fear
it was
the
an
deer.
antelope.
Fear the deer. You know,
it was an antelope.
It's antelope.
The Milwaukee Antelopes?
Antelope, deer, moose, same thing. They all got tentacles or whatever you call it.
Tentacles? No, they don't have tentacles either.
Antlers.
Oh, antlers,
yeah.
You know what? You are totally dialed in on the whole Milwaukee franchise.
I don't watch the Animal Channel that much.
I see that.
Obviously.
No question.
Here's Kevin Harlan, who's got the call.
Tentacles.
The crowd is assembled at BMO Harris Bradley Center looking for a Bucks victory here in Milwaukee. And we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one after the win against the Suns in Phoenix. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but guys, by what an emphatic win it was.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the 76ers. Harris is out there with lights out. Then it's Curry. Then there's Embiid, and it's insanity in at the shooting guard position. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Shot's good by Middleton.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Lights out, passes to Curry. Pass to Insanity. And there's the 3-second violation.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Feeds it to Lopez. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of Clark ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot, tremendous touch, back to the basket moves, facing up, makes free throws, good offensive rebounder, capable passer. Well, he just makes things happen.
Here's lights out. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production beyond the arc. And the 76ers get it back. And stolen by Jeff Teague. down low. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. And he gets it to go. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
And talking about Lopez, he does clean the glass on the offensive end. He was 12th in offensive rebounds last year. However, he was 44th in defensive rebounds. That's one important area he definitely has to work on.
Here's Embiid following the basket by Brook Lopez. 5 to shoot. Embiid the screen. Here's Avanti. They get it again. Looking to end the run. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws. You know, getting back to Lopez, how good is it to have a guy with his offensive package also be a near top 10 shot blocker for you? That's what he was last season and several seasons before that. He's an all-star talent if he can just stay on the court and stay healthy.
And he makes the first.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of side speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
And Embiid drops them both. Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Here's Insanity following the bucket by the Bucks. Up top, Curry. Teague covering. Lights out, passes to Insanity. From deep. And yes, sir, that one drops. The Insanity's got his second basket of the night. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Teague kicks to Holiday. Lopez a screen. To the left side wing. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And that's now 7 points for Brook Lopez. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Memphis.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Teague. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And that one is stuffed right through.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Here's lights out. Embiid with it. Unloads from 13. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Curry against Teague. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Curry. Teague dishes to Antetokounmpo, and he dunks it down.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny, that's a facial.
Now here's Embiid. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis. Curry. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Teague against Curry. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Puts up the baby hook. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Harris outside. Pass to Embiid. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Bucks have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Now here's Teague. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. The shot by Holiday, no good. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down, a perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17, also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17, also 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
And he makes both free throws. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Insanity, guarded by Holiday. Insanity, the pass to Embiid. Off target with the open look.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
5 on the clock. And it's Middleton penetrating, and he banks in the layup. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Now here's Curry. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
And he knocks down the first one.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Tenzin checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Parker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Mayo in for Drew Holiday. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I had a chance to catch up with Jason Kidd. We talked about how they can best press their advantages in this game, and he told me that he expects their shot blocking to play an important role. He said, listen, obviously we want to keep them on the perimeter as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can also bottle them up inside. And Kevin, he's hoping that'll help them secure their second win in this season series.
Thank you very much, Doris. So it's mainly about defense for them early on.
And it won't just be early. I mean, it'll be about D all game long.
Yeah, and he made that point very clearly and emphatically to Doris and his players. I think we're going to see an intense defensive performance today.
Now the 76ers on the break, and Aminu slams it in.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play. And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. Henson with the screen. It's stolen by Aminu. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Curry, and that one's good. And now a 3-point 76ers lead.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Henson against Okafor. Back to Curry. Now, here's Aminu. He's guarded closely. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Teague against Curry. Stolen by Miles. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Aminu, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Here's Miles. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Miles has got his first basket. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Philadelphia leading by 3. And here is Curry. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Here's Landry. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. The Bucks #1.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the 3.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Curry dishes to Miles. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Mayo. Landry grabs the miss. The 76ers leading. Ahead, here's Okafor. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Impressed with the pace they've been keeping, really getting up and down the floor.
Yeah, they really have done a nice job. I agree. 5 of their last baskets have come on the fast break.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
And Philadelphia making a change. Change here. Johnson's checked in. Bucks trail by 5. To the inside. Teague finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Curry kicks to Okafor. Right wing. Now, here's Aminu. Covered by Parker. Clock at 6 on the wing. Johnson. No good. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
Here's Curry, following the basket by O.J. Mayo. And repasses to Okafor. Johnson dishes to Okafor. To the middle. Here's Aminu. Rebound, Milwaukee. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Well, they got the other team in foul trouble and frustrated them as well, and I think that really kind of shaped the whole context and tenor of the game.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
Milwaukee in the lead. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Insanity is out there with Johnson. Then there's his. Then there's lights out, and it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. Philadelphia shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And O.J. Mayo pulls it down. And the Bucks, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Well, the Bucks made huge strides as a team last season. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And that one's good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Embiid. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's 6 points for Joel Embiid.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Lopez. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
That's good. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Here's Harris. after Drew Holiday's score. Shot clock at 6. Embiid with the screen on Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. And now it's Mayo running. He can go all the way. That's good. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
The Bucks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Lopez a screen. Takes a 3. Another miss by Holiday.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Johnson, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Holiday, here we go. Soft touch off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points in the quarter.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Timeout called the 76ers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Johnson. Here's Insanity. A 26-point game for him in the win against Memphis. Here's Lights Out. Antetokounmpo defending. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. Middleton can't get it to go. Philadelphia's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Harris dishes to Embiid. Here's Lights Out. He's got 5. Goes up again, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
Well, I think the wing position is his home base. That's his best spot. He's most comfortable there, but he's comfortable anywhere on the floor, inside, outside, pulling up or driving to the rim.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And looking at Drew Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. On the topic of Holiday, there's one stat that proves that he hasn't been going to the basket. He is averaging, Clark, less than 2 free throw attempts a game.
Yeah, his direct competitors are getting to the line. Guys like Lillard and Steph Curry shoot more than double the free throw. That's one reason why through last season they'd won a lot more games than Holiday.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it. Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Takes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 10. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Now Holiday following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. Lopez, no luck.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Harris passes to Insanity. That's tipped. Now Mayo, looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Right side, Mayo. And it's lights out with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Milwaukee with the ball. Trailing by 2. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And so here is Philadelphia following the bucket by the Bucks. Lights out, passes to Embiid. Holiday with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Here's lights out following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Insanity. Shot to stop the drought. The rebound by Middleton.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Outside Teague. Lopez a screen. And Teague, here we go. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, but I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
For Philadelphia, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
All right, now, gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
He's off on the first.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. John Henson's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Parker subbed in for Chris Middleton. One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Here's Curry after Drew Holiday's score. Curry kicks to Miles. Dishes it to Landry. The jump hook, and he gets it to go.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Parker outside. They set the screen. And Holiday kicks to Teague. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The 76ers trail by 3. Lights out passes to Okafor. Here's lights out. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Outside for Curry, taken away by Holiday. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Henson, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow, that's right. He misses the free throw.
In talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
That one is no good.
Getting back to Henson, last year was an odd one for him. I mean, he was starting. Then in February, he was benched in favor of Zaza Pachulia. That might be a hint to Henson that he needs to put a little more work into his game to maintain a place in the rotation.
Here's Teague. The shot is off. Curry with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail by 3. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the 2nd quarter. Teague kicks to Parker. There's a good screen. Holiday dishes to Teague. And the pass to Parker. It's stolen by Aminu. Johnson against Holiday. Johnson kicks to Aminu. Trying his luck deep. Another 3 for Philadelphia. Bucks trail by 3. Outside Holiday. Looking for Henson. He gets it there. Portis, the pass to Holiday. Teague against Curry. Portis. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Philadelphia's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Curry's shot is off.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Philadelphia leading by 3. 1:52 left here in the second. Landry dishes to Okafor. Holiday against Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Okafor kicks to Johnson. Bangs home the trifecta. And now a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once, and it had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
Holiday against Johnson. Can they get it? Holiday goes in. He lays it in. Holiday's got 10.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Curry passes to Johnson. Kicks it to Okafor. There's the feed to Johnson. The dish now to Aminu. And Curry has it in the corner. Clock at 4. Again, Curry missing. Bucks trail by 4. Parker left side. Fade away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He has 6.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Out left to the wing. And that one's good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
That's good. Portis has got his first points in this one.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Now here's Curry. He's got 7. Fires from deep. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Brooke, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of 1. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their passing was impressive. They're in a good position to win this game, in large part because of those assists. And this is the thing. You win as a team in this league. You have to share the basketball to succeed. And if they carry that level of unselfishness in the second half, they're going to be tough to beat.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense needs to be a lot more focused in the second half.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.